You got a point of view about Donald Trump?
Well, you know, Donald Trump is what Americans love. Donald Trump is what Americans aspire to be. Rich, powerful, do what you want to do, say what you want to say, be how you want to be. That's kind of been like the American dream. So he looks like a boss to everybody, and Americans love to have a boss. So, you know, that's his appeal to me. You know, do I think he's gonna do anything to help poor people or people that's struggling? No, because, you know, he's a rich white guy. How can he relate? You know, and he's always been rich. And, you know, being rich don't make you bad. I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying, how can he relate? How can he relate to the small guy?
For a lot of people, like when Trump, even before he ran for president 4 years ago, when he was like one of the leaders of the birther movement and was loudly going around saying that President Obama was not legitimate president and that he was born in Kenya. For a lot of people, that's like, that man's a racist. Do you feel like that?
I'm still mad he took down the USFL. I think that was a cool league,
right?
Especially for the summer. But anyway.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you know, it's like, he sounded crazy to me then, you know. I could see raising the question, but once you get the answer, man, move on. You know, to still harp on it and to lie that you're sending investigators and all this stuff, to me was just a guy who couldn't say that he was wrong.
Not a YouTuber, just like making videos, and boy, was that a different Ice Cube than the one that's been going around endorsing Donald Trump. Okay, I know Ice Cube hasn't been technically endorsing Donald Trump, but you got to read between the lines. Ice Cube, as of lately, hasn't been saying really anything bad about Donald Trump. Matter of fact, when he was on Hot 97 and they pressed Ice Cube about Trump's white supremacist ties or whatever, Ice Cube just said, well, there's white supremacists in the Democrat Party, or all whites are the same, white men are the same, and so forth. Now, and in some ways, I understand what he's saying, because all white people benefit from the racial hierarchy and white supremacy. But I can't say that Robert E. Lee and John Brown are the same, or a slave master and an abolitionist are the same. Or even if I can say Antifa and the Ku Klux Klan are the same, you know. But, and I understand, sometimes I get where Ice Cube's coming from, that okay, if Trump is this white supremacist and he's about white people first, then black people should have that mentality, except for be about black people first. You know, some people say, well, Marcus Garvey met with his enemy, he met with the Ku Klux Klan. Well, Marcus Garvey wasn't asking for money from the Ku Klux Klan. He wasn't asking, you know, he was trying to he was like, hey, what's the best way we can separate from one another, you know, and so forth. But this video here is not about, really about Ice Cube and Donald Trump. This is, are black people ready to go Republican? You know, I understand black people may feel disappointed by the Democratic Party, that the Democratic Party have not delivered. But I understand why blacks vote Democratic. I'm like, because we raise issues, Democrats, you know what I'm saying, our candidates, you know what I'm saying, on a state level or federal level, they say they're going to do something, maybe they didn't, but, and plus we have a lot of black Democrats repping us in the Senate and so forth. Like that, it slipped my mind that the black civil rights leader that recently passed away, and you know what I'm saying, Maxine Waters and so forth. So that representation, you know what I'm saying, right there. And a lot of the Democrats, at least the candidates, will agree with some of our grievances and say, hey, let's sort this out. And then we say, hey, nothing's changed. I understand it. So some people say, what about the Republican Party? But the thing is, if you want to vote Republican, you know what I'm saying, you got to be loyal to the Republican Party. We consider a lot of the black Republicans now as being corny. You know, that's the thing. It's not just about voting Republican, but having that Republican mind state. You know what I'm saying? We're coming to the Republican Party, you know what I'm saying, with liberal, almost like democratic ideas, certain issues that doesn't align with the Republican Party. Now, so yeah, the Republicans will take our vote, but you have to understand what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? Well, black people, we want, you know, prison reform. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Republicans are like, lock them up and throw away the key. And even though you may vote for a Republican candidate that says, hey, yeah, we're going to do something about prison reform, but this candidate, you know what I'm saying, Republican candidate, also got white Republicans saying lock them up and throw away the key. You know, now he has to somehow appease people with opposing views or whatever. Most likely he's going to go with the white boy and say, hey, well, I did prison reform. You see what I'm saying? And then when we talk about the money that's needed, you know, to help the black community or whatever, you know what I'm saying, the Republicans are going to be like, okay, we're going to have to raise taxes. You know, and that's the thing. The Republicans, they don't want their taxes raised. You know what I'm saying? They don't, you know, taxes or whatever. They want to be able to do their thing with their own money. As of black people, you know what I'm saying? Well, the basic black community is like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we need to spread the wealth out. You know what I'm saying? We need better schools, better school buses, you know, and so forth. We need to fix these potholes. You know what I'm saying? We need to help single mothers out. You know what I'm saying? We want universal health care. And Republicans are thinking about tax. Republicans is about giving the rich people a break because we feel that rich millionaires and billionaires create jobs. As some Democrats would feel like these rich people are corrupt. They're going to create these bullshit ass jobs, paying people a low wage and putting them under dangerous conditions. You know, and that's the thing. Republicans about deregulating things. And when it comes to deregulating the police, they're about law and order. I'm like, we want police reform or disband police. So we have conflicting views. You know, and that's the problem there. And even if, you know what I'm saying, the Republicans on the federal level will promise to give us some money, then you got the Republicans on the state level. They said, hey, well, we don't have a magic money-making machine like they got in Washington to print out dollar bills. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really, you know what I'm saying, help you as far as this, you know, goes. And when we're talking about prisons, let's say you have some Republican with fat pockets to say, I want to build another jet prison. You know, of course, blacks are going to be against that because we feel like the Republicans are specifically, or the police are going to specifically target us to fill those prisons. You know, and this guy who want to build this prison, you know, he's lobbying for it. He has money. I'm like, hey, I'm going to give you my vote and I'm going to give you money. You know, as black people, we say, oh, you know what I'm saying, the black vote or whatever, but since we're asking for something or for our vote, you know what I'm saying, these people are asking for something and they got money. I'm like, hey, we can put money in your pocket. Them black people, they can't do that. You know, they want their 500. They want all this money for the government to help them and so forth. You know, and so that's the thing. So you gotta look at the Republican values. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Confederate flag. Even, you know what I'm saying? Northern Republicans don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? All the patriotism and so forth. Getting behind the boys in blue. Blue Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Rush Limbaugh, Fox News. So you have to, and there's a lot of black people who's already in line with the Republican train of thought, but we called them corny. And then going back to rap music is very guilty of making black people, rap music is very liberal. It wants us to be sympathetic towards gangbangers and the dregs of society. You know, it's it's just how it is. You know, so think about Ice Cube. Ice Cube has a song called Dead Homies. You know, the Republicans would be like, well, if your homies wasn't out there doing something stupid, then they'll probably still be alive. You know, and that's the thing. Also, regardless, you know, some people would say that once black people get this money and become business owners, they may automatically become, because they're thinking about, you know what I'm saying, their business, their taxes, and they're thinking about crime. Like, oh, my business got robbed twice last month, man. Fuck it. I want these monkeys locked up and throw away the key. You know, I'm trying to protect my assets here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to deal with, you know, dealing with these young Pookie and Ray Rays. So, you know, you gotta look at it on that level. And also, if the black family ain't coming together, then, you know, we can forget it. Republican, Democrat, we can't forget it. You know, where that needs to come into the conversation. Nobody's really having that conversation. And when it comes to the black vote, you know what I'm saying, we have broken the black vote. You know, the white vote is dissected. You know what I'm saying? Uneducated white people, educated white people over 35. But when it comes to the black vote, it's the black vote. Now, we know black women vote overwhelmingly Democrat. Now, the Republicans are gaining a little bit of traction with the black male vote, a little bit, you know, so black men are more likely to vote for the Republican Party because they feel like the Democrats ain't doing nothing for them. Now, hence, when Ice Cube went on Fox Soul and he was arguing with the black girls, and so I know there's a lot of black men saying, man, you know, they're probably saying all kind of black bitches or whatever, but if black women, we know black women are very staunch supporters of the Democratic Party. So therefore, Ice Cube should have done better to kind of woo them over, you know, and so forth. I don't think he won them over. I think that black people have chosen a really fucking bad time, excuse my language, to try to jump on the Republican side. You know, timing is everything. And the reason why I don't like Trump, it's not even really him being a racist. I think he's just an incompetent buffoon. I wouldn't want the Trump equivalent of a doctor. I wouldn't want the Trump equivalent of a dentist. I do not even want the equivalent to a Donald Trump to be my mailman. You know, it's a big circus. And that fiery speech Barack Obama, I'm like, woo, that speech Barack Obama did, I'm like, regardless if you agree with him or not, man, the dude can speak. The dude can talk. The dude got the gift of gab. That's all I want to say. Thanks for watching. Never stop learning.